The Make America Healthy Again MAHA movement, once thought to be Republican-oriented, is now officially up for grabs this election season. Smart Democratic politicians should learn how to speak to this important voting bloc instead of down to them. And Republicans may find themselves losing support due to their failure to support MAHA positions. Hi, this is David Steinman. This is the Heartland Podcast. I am the author of Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins. You can get it at Amazon.com. And I'm also the chief officer of the Chemical Toxin Working Group, which takes on corporate polluters who fill our foods and consumer products with hidden chemical toxins. And we use the laws in California, Washington, D.C., and other districts in order to bring more rights to consumers in a healthier America. Some 43% of voters are considered MAHA curious or supporters of the movement, and 38% of parents, mainly Republican, totally support it, according to Navigator Research and KFF polling. But until now, support for the MAHA movement has been strongly partisan. Roughly 74% of Republicans support MAHA positions, compared with 38% of independents, and only 22% of Democrats. I would posit this is about to change. When I go on my social media and I look at the reports from Moms Across America, Glyphosate Girl, Dr. Munoz, the Organic Insider, there's a really strong movement that is way beyond politics. It's about America's moral core. And so to me, I see that people are really angry in the MAHA movement, and they're angry particularly at Republicans. That's because Republican legislators on both the local and federal level have taken MAHA voters for granted. Republicans have led battles to enact pesticide shield and gag laws in Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Kansas, North Dakota, and Tennessee. MAHA supporters, including myself, have flooded public officials with emails and calls and stopped these laws in all but Georgia and North Dakota. But now Kansas Republicans appear on the brink of passing similar pesticide shield legislation that would leave cancer patients powerless to sue the company whose products cause their illness. And we know, as strong as science can show us, and with unequivocal evidence, that herbicides, particularly glyphosate, also known as Roundup, are linked with environmental cancers. This is not new knowledge. We've known this about herbicides for years, like 2,4-D, 2,4,5-T, back in the late 70s and early 80s. These were part of Agent Orange. Simazine, atrazine, which are used in the Midwest on corn. We've known about herbicides and cancer for a long time. This is not new knowledge, and it is not surprising that Roundup would be implicated in thousands of cases of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, because that is one of the fastest growing cancers in America today, and it's almost totally environmentally. The last straw for MAHA parents was the president's February executive order declaring that the mining of phosphate for the manufacture of glyphosate, which, as I said, is also known as Roundup, is a matter of national security. The order comes on the heels of the administration siding with Bayer in a Supreme Court case this spring that must decide whether thousands of patients can sue the company when they develop cancer after using Roundup as direct. Maybe you were just a gardener. Maybe you used it on tree stumps. Maybe your kid got cancer. Maybe you're a farmer and you used it, or your kid on the farm got cancer. These are real illnesses, and MAGA Republicans and Republicans generally want to take this right away from the MAHA folks, and we as parents are not going to tolerate that. In yet another more recent MAGA betrayal, all 27 Republicans on the House Ag Committee voted in March in favor of the 2026 farm bill that would again shield companies like Bayer from similar citizen lawsuits and usurp other local laws that legislate for humane farming and pesticide use restrictions. These 27 Republicans were joined by 7 Democrats, and they should also raise the ire of MAHA, because MAHA has issues and beliefs, and friends and allies can move and stay depending on them, but the issues and beliefs stay the same. That's how you build a movement. Permanent issues and beliefs. Nowadays, MAHA is open to both parties. You have to just do the right thing. For example, Representative Thomas Massey, a Republican from Kentucky, along with Shelley Pingree, a Democrat from Maine and an organic farmer, announced the bipartisan MAHA-focused No Immunity for Glyphosate Act, H.R. 7601, that will undo the February 18th executive order that promotes the use of glyphosate and insulates manufacturers of the chemical from liability. Taking the lead on this kind of legislation gives Pingree strong street cred with her MAHA credentials. MAHA moms and dads will respond to candidates they believe will defend their position. That means candidates must take a position against Roundup and other dangerous hidden chemical toxins such as pesticides, food contaminants, additives in our food supply, drinking water, and consumer product. They must passionately promote regenerative organic agriculture, sustainable family farms. Think about today with the Strait of Hormuz and how expensive fertilizer is getting. And, organic farmers are shielded from many of these price hikes, although they will also be impacted. But organic farming is definitely part of food security. These are easy issues for most Democrats to support, but Dems must also take a nuanced view without condescension on more controversial ones, such as vaccines, autism, and fluoridation of public water supplies. Vice President Kamala Harris could have kept Robert F. Kennedy Jr., that Nepo baby, in the Democratic and opportunist, in the Democratic tent during the 2024 campaign by establishing a quasi-public committee that would feed his ego of inquiry on autism and directing him to examine the pesticide link with autism, which is real and strongly science-backed. She should have been smart. She snubbed him. His followers could have made the difference between winning and losing. Politics always works best with addition, and both parties cannot afford to ignore or gaslight the smart moms and dads of MAHA. To subscribe to my YouTube podcast, you can go to Official David Steinman at YouTube. My email newsletter is available at Substack, David William Steinman. You can also get my new book, Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins. You can get it for your kids, if you're a grandparent, your grandkids, and it will just help you and your family live a much healthier life. I'll talk to you soon. Stay healthy. If this resonated with you, please share it with others.